Hey family, we are having terrible difficulty. I don't know if you guys can see me, hear me, whatever. I am really trying to see. I let somebody do something to my computer. And to be honest with you, I didn't think nothing about it. And they just messed it all up. I've been working on it for almost an hour now. So if you guys hear me, I don't know if you can hear me or not, but I can't see anything. And it's very disturbing. And I'm like, I'll be dang. Let me see here. This is really edit layout, new layout. This is very disturbing. Oh my God. I can't freaking believe. I went to the school today. And I'm serious. Only thing I can see is the bottom. This doesn't. Okay, let me see what this is doing. Oh, that's showing me that part. But what about this part? Let me see. Let's see. This is add. Nah. This is freaking unbelievable. Oh my God. Do not let nobody. Oh, you know these kids, this is what they do. They go and then this is not my kid. Like I said, I went to the school today because I had a question asked, and they was like, "Oh, let me do this to your computer," and it looks great until you leave, and now you got this big old mess here that you can't do nothing with it. And when I say you can't, oh my God, I can't do nothing with it. Absolutely nothing. This is really bothering me. I don't even feel like. Okay, you guys, are you in the building? Because I can't see you. Let me just. I guess I'm gonna just have to fix this some other time because this doesn't even make sense. I can't see you. I can't see nothing. I can see the clock. I can see the clock, and that's about it. Let me. And wouldn't you know? Wouldn't you know? Let me see if I can see you guys comment at least. They was like, oh, can you guys put a 1 in the chat if you're in the building, if you can see me? I can at least see the chat. And I don't see not a okay. Thank you, Sanja. Thank you, Nancy. You guys are in the building. I don't know. I don't know if I can get you up in there. Man, he makes me mad. My advisor did this to my computer, and I mean, I can't see anything. And I'm just now getting on here. I don't even know the answer to that because hold on. See, I ain't got time for this stuff. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I'm just gonna talk for a little bit because I thought we was gonna have an open panel, but I can't even have an open panel. Oh my goodness. And here's the thing. There's certain people. They're on this case just like I'm on this case. And they want to know who helped Henry. Because he didn't do this on his own. He really, I just don't believe it. Who helped him cover this up and do what he do? Mm-mm-mm. Thank you, Dama Dozen. I can see you. We can wait till Monday. It's one of those days. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Can you check your text, please? We're supposed to go to court, but what do you know? It's a mess. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Talking about court. Okay, hold on. Okay, so I guess I didn't win the lottery. Well, I'm gonna just call you, Tina. I'm gonna just call you real quick because um. Hello. Hey, what's going on? Girl, I think you need to listen to your phone. Listen to my phone. My phone ain't saying nothing. I mean, go into your messages. That's what I was saying. You don't want to tell me over the phone? Well, okay, Corey was supposed to go to court, and Amina done some slickery. I'm not going to curse today. Lord God, I'm not going to curse. But anyway, this checking phone, we don't even know when the murder charges are coming now, since they've done this mess. Okay. Yeah. Just check your phone. Okay. All right. Thank you. Mm-hmm. All right. This is a messed up day. You guys, I can't see. I can see what you put in the chat. That's the only thing I can't see. Can see. I've got 27 messages here. I know that they found Miss Watts. I know they found her. Someone they met on a help group. Oh. The case today has been withdrawn. Y'all get the spotlight and y'all be scared. Hold on. Hold on. Where's my... Oh, Lord. And they just... They doing too much. Oh, they talking about... Oh, Lord. Kay Coleman... They so happy down there in Virginia. They're like, We done got rid of Nancy. They're like this, you guys. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Put a 1. Okay. Okay, what I'm getting out of this is they were supposed to go to court about his competency, and they withdrawn the motion. That means you don't have no court. That's not a bad thing. That's actually this is a good thing. That's yeah, you know what? This is what happens when you don't do what you're supposed to do, then you let other people, you know, you're doing little things. That's why now we got to, I mean, I'm still okay. I don't need to hear no more. Okay. Any updates yet? They're on there. Any updates? Okay. Sometimes, you guys, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to tell you right now. You know, hey, to be honest with you, when it comes down to those Virginians back down there, that's why I didn't want to make a big deal out of it. You know, there were certain people wanted me to make a big deal out of it so they could embarrass Nancy and be like, look, you told them that they was after her from day one. And Nancy, oh my God, you know, she should have kept her. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. There, to be honest, if you're over something and something comes up missing, you are responsible. And I said this once and I say it again, you know, I listened to, I got to speak to her just once. She called me and I wanted to hear what she said because there was an open argument that I could have just been like, well, I don't know what happened because, you know, they were saying, oh, she was drunker than a skunk. But yeah, I don't care. You know, I mean, she grown. She can drink whatever she want to drink or whatever. But when you try to tell me that there was 2 checks and I mean, 2 checks or 3 checks, 4 checks all together, whatever, and they all got the same serial number, I'm done. I'm like a turkey on Thanksgiving. You know what? Matter of fact, I'm overdone. Don't tell me crap like that. Just don't. I was like, I actually, I don't even like to embarrass people. They'd be like, I mean, and then one thing about those Virginians, and this is talking about the first crew, the first search party people. I don't care. They get mad at me, and I get it. I understand it. I am this bad person. But guess what? I ain't lied. I ain't took nobody's money. I ain't set stuff up talking about I done found the jacket, a coat. I know, especially about a baby, whatever. I ain't did none of that. So whenever anybody get through, you mad at me because what? Because I speak on this child, and I just want to see some justice for him. That's the only way you can be mad at me because I live thousands of miles away and I will still speak on this child because I was asked to by Miss Tina Powers. But I told her from day one, and then she was very adamant about OSP. Yeah, we got to. And I said, Tina, I've dealt, and I'm just saying, not all. I've dealt with these people down there in Virginia before. There's something different about them. It's like, sometimes they'll tell you, and I'm not saying all. So if you get mad at me, then just that's what you do. You get mad. But you know how your kid tells you a lie and you know it's a lie? I can't see you guys. I'm just talking right now for a minute. I mean, he'll tell you something like, okay, you go to bed and you tell the kid, you be like, don't even touch those cookies. I'm not playing. And then you be like, there's 10 cookies in the cookie jar. And he'd be like, but can I eat one? And you'd be like, no. You put the baby to bed, you done gave him his little bath, because you know what you all got to do to get this baby to bed. You feed them really good, you give them a bath, and then they go on to bed now. And you can give them a little melatonin if you want to, or whatever you do. Some people do that. I've never done that. I didn't even know what it was until I was grown. Actually, I didn't know what it was until probably about 10 years ago. I've heard about it, never seen it before. I didn't even know what Benadryl was. I heard about it, never bought none. Now, I must say, Tylenol probably works the same way, and stuff. But, I mean, wouldn't you be very scared to give your kid something that he don't need? I just can't foresee doing it. Like, you know what? I might give you a whole bunch of food on your plate because I'm going to feed you really well so you go to bed. My kids were very healthy, and I didn't even cook that much. But, hey. She says the best news on Dinkie's case was Jerry Binks. Yeah, we're going to talk about that for a minute. He's available now. Yeah, before his pre-recording voice stated on tape. Yes. And there was the, yeah. But anyway, let me get back to this real quick, and we're going to talk about that. Thank you, Ms. AllishaWatts, because we're going to talk about it a little bit. But anyway, so, I mean, I really, God, yes, God did. You know he did. Girl, come on now. Come on. And and this is weird that I can't see absolutely nothing. I might can put the thing in the chat, or if you guys want to call in, you can call in and speak on it or whatever. But I can't see nothing but the chat because I'm looking at my phone. Okay? So don't think that because, I can read your chat that the computer is working. Because when they messed up my computer, which, I'm cool with it because they told me nothing but some good news today. And I'm happy. I thought I was in this class. And what happened was I'm enrolled, but I was on the waiting list. And I was just making sure, because they were saying that I wasn't showing up to class. I was making sure that they didn't put me in a class I wasn't showing up to, because I am not trying to do 2-3 classes at one time, because I ain't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking this endo physiology, and I'm telling you, it's taking all my time. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I don't know if you guys know this. I probably said this really, really quick, but this is the very first time that I lost a patient today on my watch. Didn't have anything to do with me. He was already in hospice. His family was there. But I've never lost a patient while I was working. So it's a little different today. But anyway, back to the story. What I was saying is, when you want them kids to go to bed, you give them some good food, you give them a bath, and light says out, So them people down there in Virginia, when they telling you a story, you wake up, them kids wake up from their little nap, and you still kind of a little knocked out, sleep or something. They go in the kitchen or whatever, and you wake up and there's not even 10 cookies. There's like 6. And you say, what happened? And then they start telling you about the dog and why, you never loved me. And then, the weirdest thing about it, when they're kids, they say, they say, well, how did that happen? They'd be like, you be like, the cookies just didn't disappear. And they'd be like, I don't, I think somebody came and took them or something. You'd be like, the doors is locked. Please do not do that. Don't lie to me. And they'd be like, somebody must have came and done it. You looking at the kid like, don't even talk to me. Ain't nobody came in here and robbed us for the cookies. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to be honest with you guys. Those are the kind of lies I hear from the Virginians. I've heard it a million of times. And when they come to me and start talking like that, I be like, girl, bye. I just can't even deal with it. I mean, that's on a whole different level. Like, I don't even want to discuss it or talk about it or whatever. Okay, we got a call coming through here. Hey, Freddie, what's going on? Hey, we're having a lot of technical difficulties. They messed with my computer and I can't see nothing.
I can hear you and you can hear me right now.
Yes.
But see, when I went to growing up, we had this invisible person called not me. Not me did everything in the house.
Not me did everything?
Yeah, not me ate the cookies.
Not me ate the cookies. Not me went in mama's purse and $1 gone, $2 gone. Yeah. Everything yeah. The dog ate the homework. We blame it on the dog. We blame it on the neighbor. If anybody came over to the house, they blamed it. Like if you had a friend come over, they'd be like, Mommy, I think your friend, I mean, this is the kind of stuff that I hear when and I'm going to say this, and I'm not trying to make fun of Nancy, and I'm not, but okay. So I remember this young lady supposedly went to, you remember the little boy in the suitcase? Yeah. And I guess they were supposed to have gone and seen this baby in the suitcase. Okay, there was a story about there was a coat that was found that they thought that was supposed to be Cody's and all of this other stuff. And then they went to go see this baby in the suitcase, and they was telling everybody, yeah, they went to go see the baby in the suitcase, and they seen this baby and da 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 da. And I was like, hey, hold up. Hold up. No, you can't just tell me anything. Now, I know good and well you ain't seen because, come on now. But talk to the people down there, and they told me what was up. The baby wasn't even there. The baby had already been put down prior to a week prior. There wasn't even a baby in the casket. So, I mean, there was nothing or whatever. You know what I'm saying? The times and they was like, well, what did we see? I mean, they literally called, and I didn't want to answer the phone. I was like, stop. They was like, no, I'm serious. But what did we see? I said, girl, if you don't quit. This is the way I felt when I was talking to Nancy. She was like, I said, there's no way, Nancy. And that's what made me angry. And I mean, I'm just saying, I'm not, hey, she's a grown woman. But you can't tell me that every last one of those money orders, and then I call the little bank, the store, the store got banks in them, but I called them and asked them why they're on the phone just to see how she's going to get herself out of this, because I'm already done with her. But stop telling me that all the money orders have the same serial numbers, because there's no way, Nancy, there's just no way. And she said, well, 7-Eleven, That's what they sold me. Us, I could have even, if she would have thought this out and said, look here, SP, I was drunk. I was drunk. I don't know what happened to the money, to be honest. And I felt some kind of way because I think somebody set me up. So yeah, I said this, I said that, but you know, I didn't want to come on and say, yeah, I was drunker than a skunk and I was busy than a willy willy. I didn't want to say all that. But I lost the money.
Yeah.
Or, I needed a place to stay. And I had to use the money, and I'm sorry, everybody, whatever, and just came out and told the truth. But when you got to telling me that all the checks had the same serial number, and then you was like, well, then why did they sell them to me? She was sounding like one of my kids trying to tell me a story, and I said, girl, bye. This is why I didn't want to hear all of that. So anyway. Is there anything you want to share?
No, I just had to come in on that, not me. I know what this feet are.
Okay. So I don't know if you're listening to the case about the Breasia Terrell. I've heard a lot. I'm always sleeping, and that's why I was telling everybody, don't put me into the English class with the pathophysiology, because right now, just trying to hold my grade up, taking that one class is kicking my tail. I mean, hey, I'm a little bit behind, but I'm good because my grade is still okay, But anyway, there was some important information that came out in the last couple of days. Are you following that, or are you just too busy?
Let me tell you like this. It's not that I'm too busy. It's just they got me taking my medicine morning, noon, and night. And when I take it, I don't know what's what.
Okay. That means you're a little bit busy and occupied, and that's what happens. Like I said, I just tell people the truth. I probably, I can't speak on it because when I'm at work, I listen, but I miss a lot, but I have to go back over it and listen and stuff. And then sometimes, people have to just tell me what happened. I'd be like, just tell me, just give me the footnotes of what happened or whatever. And so there was some good, important information, but they're just going over certain stuff that doesn't really make sense. They have already established that, Henry was with this girl, and the girlfriend established that, but the girlfriend said that she seen the little girl standing by the car 3:30 in the morning. Well, remember, DL turns around and say that he's seen his sister get shot, and he just don't even want to talk about it. But then they were establishing different times and stuff, and they keep going over the same information about when they found the skeleton bone and the hair and the shells that's in the skeleton bones, and how it was shot in the front and the scapula and all that stuff. And she was wearing these black shorts, and they had a little stain on the black shorts, which could have been some bleach that, and then they seen Henry at Walmart. Are you listening?
I'm listening.
Okay. Because I'd rather talk to you than to talk to a black screen, So, girl, I'm right here. I'm told up right now, because you know how sometimes people want to help you, and when you leave, they want to take your stuff instead of showing you what they did. They be like, "Let me fix that for you," and girl, the next time you try to use your stuff, it's just all towed up, and they don't hand you your phone or your computer and show you, okay, you need to go over here, you need to do this, girl, you got my computer looking, it ain't nothing but, I don't even know how I'm gonna do homework, because I even tried to go on the internet, and 20, 30, 40 minutes. This is why I was even late coming in. Well, I wasn't late because I wasn't here. Girl, I'm sitting here wrestling with this dang computer because this man done took my freaking computer, my advisor, helping, and done moved stuff around. And now my screen is just black.
Some of y'all ain't good help, you know, Lord.
I mean, but let me tell you, I want to tell you about some good news, though. If you know about some good news, I know there's going to be some people that's hating in the chat, but that's why I said I can't even be mad at him because he told me I got a scholarship. Did you hear what I said? He said I got a scholarship, and he said you just come in here and they're going to pay for everything for you. Isn't God good? Isn't God good? That's why I told him, I said, hey, hold up. I can't even be mad at you right now. Oh, they're giving me a scholarship? My grades are A's, okay? My grades are, he said, how was your I can't even get mad that I cannot see the chat because, hey, thank you, Lisa Taylor. So you guys know what a scholarship means, right? And I may get more than just one. Honey, did you hear what I just said? I got to keep my grades up. Y'all don't understand. This is a whole different ball game for me. Thank you, Lord. This is a whole different ball game. But you know, if you get a bad grades, you know, you have to sign this thing that says that, you know, you're gonna pay this money back. Well, here's the thing, and you know, no, you can't drop classes. That's why I went there, because they were saying that I was in this English class, and I'm only taking endo physiology right now. And I know nothing about endophysiology. But let me tell you, I've been doing case studies. I've got a study buddy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got a study buddy that's across, you know, I mean, we're thousands of miles away. Sometimes when she's woke, you know, we be kicking it, you know, but you know, it's all good. You know, any help is better than no help. You know, sometimes you just need that person stay up with you or whatever. Everybody's like, congratulations, yes. And we're waiting for another. And I was wondering, I was like, can I get a Pell Grant or something? Or can I get a grant or something? He was like, oh, okay, I'm not even going to say what he said because y'all all probably already know. He's like, girl, nah, you can't get that. But, I mean, and then matter of fact, anyway, you know, one cancels out the other. So it's pretty much the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Only thing different from the Pell Grant and the scholarship. Scholarship, basically, you got to keep your grades up. Pell Grant, you just don't pay the money back, and that settles that. Okay, on the scholarship, even though if you apply for your student loan, guess what? Guess what happens? Do you want to know what happens? Hold on. I don't know if you guys already know this. Do you know? Freddie, do you know? You want me to tell you? Okay, so you're in school, and every quarter there's a certain amount of money that you have to pay. And it's probably like right now I'm just doing my prereqs. So my prereqs is adding up to like $4,000 a semester. That's my money. Because they already paid for the school. Hold on, every semester, my semesters is not quarterly like everybody else is thinking 3-4 months. My semesters right now is only running like 8. I guess it's like 8 weeks, might be 2 months or something. It's August to October is 1 quarter for me. So like my class right now started August the 21st. It's over like October the 21st or something like that. Okay, so then I start my other class. So then that's a semester. So after that, the program starts. Okay, hold on. I just told you guys about my prereq. I mean, about they're paying for my prereqs. That's my scholarship for my prereqs, right? I'm getting. They say, hold on, it's not guaranteed. But they're working on me to get another scholarship for the program. And the program is like $30,000, right? So if I get another scholarship and financial aid, this is how this works. Thank you, woke to God. I see you in the building. $30,000, even though that it be quarterly, that money comes to me. And so, they give you housing money also, then your books and fees and your tuition, the class or whatever. And I was telling him, I was like, like, I don't want to owe the government a lot of money because they put interest on that. Now, the thing about it is, see, anytime when you go to school, things start happening, your job start acting a fool and all this stuff. And I was telling him that, like both of my jobs, I mean, one job, I don't know who the DON is and the ADON. Somebody died. I'm calling them. They ain't answering the phone. The family sitting there talking about the nurse won't tell us that our daddy is dead. They done called hospital. And I told them, first of all, when you called me in the room, he wasn't dead. He's still breathing. I'm looking at his chest go up. His tongue is moving. He's still breathing. And the family just, no, he's dead. I was like, no, I don't even have to listen to his heart. I'm seeing his chest go up and down. Now, I do hear the death rattle. So he is going. So speak your piece. But no. So I go out the room and I go get my stuff, my stethoscope and stuff like that. And before I can come back down, the family runs back down again. And they was like, our dad is dead. Can you come? Can you come? So I go back down there and, his eyes are sunken. His color is gray. His mouth is open, his chest is kind of hard. His arms is still warm to the touch. Okay? Yeah, it just is happening now. I don't hear a heartbeat. And that's what I told him. I don't hear a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? I don't hear a heartbeat. And that's all I can say to you. So I go down to call hospice because he's in comfort care or whatever. And hospice, they were like, okay, well, the family just called and said that the nurse won't tell them that their father is dead. And she says, and I told them the nurse can't tell you your father's dead. She can either tell you if she hears a heartbeat or not. Hello now. The Lord didn't raise no dummies over here. I didn't even know that. I mean, I know, but like when things become, this is emergency. I wasn't under no kind of stress, answering questions, saying what I'm saying. Because guess what? I don't have to go run trying to figure out what to say, when to say it, whatever. You read things, you learn things, you know things, and it just comes automatically. You know what I'm saying? And so when I called hospice, I just told him I just don't hear a heartbeat because he might have been holding his breath or something. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? They might gave him a shot of something to seize his heart rate where I can't hear. I don't know. I'm not in there. And the minute you say that the dad is dead, they can sue you. Do you know that? They can sue you because all the distress that you just did with them. But anyway, let's get back. Let's get on this case real quick. I just wanted to tell you that this is my first time having to deal with that. And I am feeling some kind of way. And so I came home, and after I dealt with the stuff with the school, I didn't check my computer. I just went and laid down. I just got on the bed and just like, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, on the court of what was going on, and my money is so messed up right now. It's just not even, Yeah. I mean, I'm broke before I can even get a dime.
I know about those finances.
Girl. Anyway. Girl, you know what? That's what I'm saying. That's what people don't realize. You just got to keep on going. And right now, I'm broke right now. And I've got bills coming up. And I'm broke. There's nothing I can do about it. But you know what? As long as I got enough money for gas, I'm good because I can go make some more money. I can go make some more money. Money is a tool. I'm not going to sit there and bow down to money.
Okay, now.
And, you know, if I got to go eat ramen noodles for the rest of the week. See, this is what people don't understand. When you're trying to go to school, you don't know, like, I had to pay for my own classes out of my own pocket because I didn't know if I was going to get anything. But this is how I felt. I felt like God has placed this on my heart that I can keep going in my job or whatever. Like he told me I can become a nurse. He didn't tell me stop with whatever the LPN. He just said, hey, I'm gonna go for it. But anyway, when I have to pay for my own classes, that takes away from my bills and things, leisure stuff that I normally, and now we're going to have to make sure my classes are going to be paid for. They're like $600 or $700, $800 a class. And that's the class. That's not your book. That's not your whatever you need. That's just your class. And that's just one class. And most of the time you got to take 2-3 classes every 5-6 weeks. No, I'm not smart, soldier girl. It's just anybody can do what I just did. Anybody can do what I just did. What you do, you sign up for school, and then you start talking to your advisor. They don't want to talk to you. You get on there and you just start signing up for these scholarships and these grants. And then there's private scholarships and stuff. And then there's things at the school that they have stuff like Trio, and then they have African American Fund, and all kind of stuff. So I applied to about 20 of them. Okay, now. And then your state gonna have it, and then your city gonna have it, because the one I think I got was the one that said Wichita. And then you got one that says Kansas. That's the big one. That's the big kahuna. That's the one. Yeah, that's the big kahuna. Yeah, that's the big kahuna there. Yeah. And then you got things like African American. Then you got women scholarships. Then you got nurses scholarships, and then you got places. Like I said, you've got private places like Goodyear, Boeing. You got, news network or whatever, ABC, CNA. You go to them and you ask them for their scholarship. And probably the only thing you need to do is just ask.
What you're saying is great for us to hear. To pass it on, use it ourselves. Pass it on to kids, people that want to go to school and don't know. That's good information.
Well, yeah. So the thing about it is, I won't go broke trying to go to school. And if one of my jobs come up, like right now, the little boy that I take care of every weekend, that job is coming to an end. I'm just letting everybody know. So when everybody come back and say, oh, she lost her job, I ain't lose my job. My job is coming to an end because they're advancing in thinking that this boy is ready for the world. And he is ready for the world, but the family is not consistent in doing the care for him. So I don't know what's going to happen. But you know what? That's their kid. So good luck. You know what I'm saying? People be like, but that's your baby. No, it's not. Hold on. Let me tell you something. When it comes to people and stuff, yeah, I love people. I really do. But don't ever get it twisted. That's not my child. Okay? My child, I would keep on services until the roof comes falling off. I'll get everything for that child I possibly can. They be like, he be 20 years old. Do you need a diaper? Yes, ma'am. You need formula? Yes, ma'am. Shoot, we can make cornbread with the formula now. Come on. Anything that you got to offer to help my child, do better, we need it. We need it. We're not gonna stop anything. We're gonna get it all. Hello? And then when people come to find out, they come over your house and say, girl, you make cornbread every day. Thank you, Lord. Because we do know how to make cornbread with ice cream and formula and pets. Come on now, you know. You've been on the phone and we done did it a couple of times here and there. And it tastes, and then when you ask your husband and you say, how the cornbread taste? What did my husband say? It tastes good. He ain't see no difference. Baby, we can't afford milk. But I bet you we still gonna have that cornbread. Exactly, and it does taste good. So on the Breanna case, they're pulling out everything, and I think the reason why they're pulling out everything because they thought that they were going to have a juror. They was going to have a juror of their peers to come and figure out if he's lying, if he's not lying, and all this other stuff. And at the last minute, nobody knew that Henry called well, he didn't call, but he wrote a letter to the judge and was like, I don't want a juror. Because remember, they went and put the whole trial on hold because they changed venue and everything. You know, because he was like, I'm not going to get a fair trial down here. So, you know, I want it somewhere else. Nobody didn't even argue with him. They was like, the state was like, okay, no big deal. Yeah, because they're just telling, you know, I want to say, Ninja, you're going to, you know what, and I hate it, but it's just true. I do not, and I'm just going to be honest, because when like, just like you're female, when females do something wrong that's ignorant, retarded, just simply out of character for women, it's an insult, it's embarrassing. And so for this ninja, and I'm just going to say, African-American guy that, you know, you know why we're in shock? Not that the world is going crazy, Freddie. We're in shock because I was raised, and I'm just saying what I've seen and what I know. That's the only thing I can speak on. I was raised that we didn't do this to our children. You know, when they said things on the news, we'd be like running around as little kids, and then they'll come on the breaking news. There's a little girl just been kidnapped and such, and we didn't know what color the little girl was that was kidnapped. But you know, I heard my family, my mama say, there ain't nobody black that went and kidnapped somebody's kid. That's for dang sure. She said, ain't nobody black done. And I'm just saying, did you hear stuff like that? You knew by the crime what race or what gender, what nationality did the crime. And we're not used to seeing our black men, I'm just being honest, doing. Now, I'm not saying they wasn't doing sneaky stuff in the bedroom in the women's houses like we talked about the other day. I'm not saying that was going on. I don't care what nobody. That's been going on since slavery, okay? And that's what opened up the door. Because if the master went and raped the women, the men was doing it also. I'm just being honest. Come on. A lot of people get mad at me because, you know, they might have some white in them or something, or. And I'm not saying all white people are bad, because they're not. All black people are not bad, because they're not. I ain't saying they all good, because they're not. I'm saying what is the truth. Like, some white men, or, you know, people, when they had slaves back in the day, they would rape the black women. They would rape their children, and the black men couldn't do nothing. So they thought that's what you do, you know? And sometimes they couldn't even help because they would get beat. They'd be listening to their woman get raped and their daughters get raped.
And then what you call them, they was raping the men and follow other men to the women, let them know.
Yeah.
It could happen to them. And
Right.
They would let everybody see them having sex with that man in his booty.
Right. But you know, with this case here, Henry is a repeat offender. He raped a 5-year-old, and we don't know if he killed this girl. But I guarantee you, when you know, there was this there's this show, I can't remember the name of it. You might remember the name because you like that old school movies and stuff where this kid had killed somebody or something. And so, and I mean, and it's so weird. I don't watch TV anymore, but I remember this. The kid, I guess they was in some kind of convenience store or something, and he killed the owner. He wasn't trying, but they said, now you got the juice. What they were saying, like, now that you've done something of this nature, basically it's on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna have to feed that spirit. Now I'm gonna say this, and people can get mad at me, but if you want to hear a lie, you're gonna have to go somewhere else. You want to hear the truth? I'm just saying, when people do things to children like that, it's a spirit that comes over them. People get mad and say, it ain't a spirit, it's them. Honey, let me tell you something. You're not going to argue with me. I'm telling you what I know. It's a spirit yeah, you know what I'm saying? That helped them to decide to do what they're doing. And that spirit is feeding off of the feelings, and that's the entanglement of the kid. Okay, listen to what I'm saying. So it's a high that you will never be able to experience unless you do it again. It's almost like a drug. You see what I'm saying? You know how long back in the day there was this drug called cocaine or something when it first came out, and people would always say, if you get caught on that drug, I guess it wasn't cocaine, but it was crack or whatever. But I mean, it wasn't no way to get out. Then now back then, everybody was just walking around being zombies just because they tried, crack. They felt, because you told them that they couldn't get off of it. Everybody was on crack for like 20, 30 years. Then they found out they were even going to all these rehabs and then, relapsing, relapse, because the world told them, what did Whitney Houston say? She said something about crack is whack. She does cocaine. You know what I'm saying? She crack is for like little people and all this other stuff. But see, this is why when you have an addiction, whether it's crack or drinking or weed or anything, and then I got this resident right now. She gets up in the middle of the night 2-3 times, and she's like, Sonny, I got chest pain. But you're out there on your smoke break. Okay, you only get a 10-15 minute smoke break. Tell me why this woman go through 7-8 cigarettes in 10 minutes. That's almost impossible. Yeah, see what I'm saying? A cigarette should take you at least 10 minutes. But she smoked 7-8 cigarettes in 10 minutes. I mean, she be, and then she comes in and lay down and she says, Sonny, my chest is hurt. Can I have a nitroglycerin? I said, honey, this is not candy. Soldier girl, that's been my nickname for my whole life, to be honest with you. My mama, I think I told you I was supposed to be a boy, right? So, yeah. Okay, that's all I got to say. See, all them boys, I was supposed to be a boy too. She thought she couldn't even have girls. She said girls was not even a part of her vocabulary. The Lord says, shut up. I got news for you. I'm giving you a girl. My mama even told me when I was taking care of her at her ends of her days, she said, because she knows she didn't treat me right? She gave me away and everything. But she said, I paid for a house and everything. Everybody know the story. But she said, who'd have thought you would be the one that would be taking care of me?
That's what it means. That's the way it was with my family.
You know? Yeah, the one that you treated the worst. Yeah, the one you treated the worst is paying your house off, paying off, making sure you got a car, making sure you got food, making sure you going to all your appointments. My mama was set straight. I mean, she thought she was like, when she called me and she was like, hey, everything just went from sugar to salt. And I said, I mean, she cried. I couldn't do nothing but to help my mama because first of all, she's a grown woman. Second of all, she's still my mama. And I just I can't treat nobody bad. She was like, and then this what she told me. She was like, I gotta come and move in with you. I said all to the H to the dog. We ain't doing that, mama. We gonna have to figure. She said, me, the dog, the bird, and your brother, we all gonna come and move in with you. And I said, oh, H, no. Nope, we'll figure this out. I told her, hold up, swole up. That is not finna happen. She said, yes, it is. I said, mama, we'll figure it out. Matter of fact, why don't I pack up my stuff and move in with you and just pay your house off? She was like, you wouldn't do that. I said, honey, let me tell you something. This is what I'll do. I will do it. I will do it. And I would do it for a full year because, you know, I had added up, calculated. I was very, very smart when in my younger age. And I knew what it took to pay her house off. She only owed like $30,000. Okay. You know what I'm saying? There's 12 months in a year. Okay, I get paid 2 checks a month. If I give them, you know, both checks all month long, guess what? At the end of the year, her house should be paid for. Hello? I made way more money back then than I make now. So it's like $1,600 each paycheck. And I told her, just don't spend none of it. You give it to them. I want to see a receipt that you give it to your mortgage each month. And we did that for a whole year. I couldn't even eat at my mama's house. She was like, the kitchen closed with her roaches. The kitchen closed. Girl, I was working some overtime, some weekends, because she thought I was giving her all my money. Girl, ain't no food now. I'm gonna pay my car payment, and you know I got to eat too. But I did lose a whole bunch of weight. Yeah, well, she fed my kids. You know, there might have been a leg or two over there by the spaghetti. You know, but we still ate. You know. Okay, now. Anyway, let's get on back onto this Breezy case. So Breezy, so what they were saying in court was that this guy done put bleach on basically the shorts. They say it, but they can't, you know, say. They just saying that there's a discoloration. And you know what they said today? Because we hadn't been hearing this. They said today that there was semen on the clothes. There was semen on the baby's clothes. So that tells you she was sexually offended. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, why does they keep saying that that this girl, I mean, because that's what one of the charges is, that she was sexually offended. But they didn't say, you know, was her uterus out of place? Was her vagina, you know, cut off? Or, I mean, how do you know? Did y'all get some DNA of somebody else's? Was there some sperm or something? So today was the first time I heard that there was some sperm into the equation. Okay. They were talking about yesterday about the truck driver or the guy that has the tow truck. That morning, early in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, Freddie, that boy was 100 feet away from that girl body where the body was found. He got his car stuck in the ditch. Freddie, do you hear what I'm saying? So that was the bomb that was dropped. That this tow truck driver said, yeah, 4 o'clock in the morning, because see, he had to be at work at 5. So 4:30 in the morning, he was going down the road and he seen this black guy come running out on the road. And he said that he was stuck. He was he made a wrong turn. He was coming from out of town, or he was going to the airport or whatever. He had the description that the guy, his name was Brinkley or whatever. But anyway, he's dead. He died, natural causes or something. But anyway, nevertheless, they had a recording of what he said in his statement, and he showed them where he pulled this maroon Impala out the ditch, and it was 100 yards away from where the body was recovered at. Here's the thing, and this is what AllishaWatts was saying in the chat. God delivered a witness.
Okay,
now. God delivered a witness. Now, and Henry was like, okay, now this is something else too. Henry was like, here's $100, man. He's like, nah, man, it's all good. He was like, I'm not gonna take your money. He was like, nah, man, here, I just really appreciate. He was giving him hush money, because you give somebody $100, they'd be like, heck yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because you give me $100, I'm not turning it down. I'm gonna be like, thank you, Lord. Yes, but you know what? The man's like, I did not take his money, and he said that he smelled good, like some cologne, but he said he had white shoes on. He did not have on them gold shoes. He said he didn't have on them gold shoes. But he did look at the shorts and said that those was the shorts that he was wearing. Anyway, I can't. That's what happened. I was just telling you because I know that you've been busy, so.
I thank you because, like Sonia said, Lord, deliver the witness, honey, and he passed away, everything's on record. And he probably remembered the man so much because he gave him $100.
The guy didn't take the money. The guy didn't take the money.
But he was trying to give it to him. Lord Jesus.
Right. And the guy had touched his vehicle because he had to hook up a chain to it. So his fingerprints was on his vehicle. So he told him, you probably got my fingerprints on his vehicle because I have told him out. You know what? You can't get any better than that. He may not been there when the girl got killed, or heard the shot, or seen her die, or seen him put her there. But Henry cannot say he was not near where this girl was laid down to rest.
I know what year it is and everything.
Right. So, I'm still not understanding, and I don't have to. It doesn't really have to make sense. I just don't understand how DL said that he seen his sister get killed. I don't understand that. I don't know.
Unless she was dead when he put her there. Maybe he was with him when he killed her. But he probably wasn't with him when he tried to hide the body or something. She was already getting off.
I don't know. But okay. And then there's a couple of other things that the guy said that a lot of people don't understand. This man didn't have a job. They say he was a clean freak. So he liked to stay clean. The man even said his car on the inside, he said it was immaculate. It was clean. So I thought when they were saying that he likes to stay cleanly. He likes clean, 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 like clean, clean, clean. That that he was just saying that because he bought the bleach. But the way that this man said that how clean his car was, this Impala, it was clean, and he was stuck in the ditch. But he was like that. He said the interior of that car, he was like, it was immaculate. That's the word he used. He said immaculate. So, this man kind of was like, like, and I know that the police was probably looking at him like, yeah, your fingerprints is on the trunk, but good thing that you came to us, because had we figured out your fingerprints on the trunk and we want to know why, how your fingerprint is on this man's vehicle. Was it you that helped him? Was it you?
I got you. Like I said, he's so clean and immaculate. He probably put a body in the trunk, was open, got rid of the body. You might have seen him kill the girl, showing up with all, but since he's a clean freak, he probably went and cleaned that trunk out.
Oh, yeah. And he knows how to clean. They said, okay, so Henry got this golden grill in his mouth, and he likes to wear golden shoes, so he can clap them together and say he wants to go home so bad. But, and he's being a clean freak. And that's, he wanted everybody to wear his 4X t-shirt, white t-shirt, so that, like, that he said that this man smelled good. Like, he smelled like cologne. He didn't smell like decomposing, remains. Like, last night I was changing the patient that passed away, and I could smell the death on him while I was changing him. I could smell it was on. I smelt it so many times before, so I knew what it smelled like. I had talked to the family and everything, told them, you guys, maybe y'all need some morphine for him. The pain, death is painful. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, it is.
It's painful. And they was like, they just looking at me like, okay, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna say this, Freddie. So this family, we took care of that resident, and I mean, when I say we did everything, we was in there like clockwork, on the dot. I mean, changing wound, cleaning the wound, changing the dressings, making sure every medication, even though that he wasn't on no pain regimen or anything, but I mean comfort stuff like Ativan, things that help you sleep, to help with the secretions and things. But this family, they took him off the oxygen. I mean, right there, I'm thinking to myself, and I'm just saying that that's the worst thing you can do for somebody that's dying, is take them off of oxygen. That's the worst thing you can do. I mean, and this is what I'm gonna remember about this is, because when the family come running down, they talk about my daddy. I think my daddy dead. Well, hell, y'all killed him, because y'all could have stuck a feeding tube in him, but when he don't eat and you're not feeding him, and then you take his oxygen and he's not on no pain thing, a person can only tolerate so much. So while you're crying, because I try to even tell you the night before, like, we're not giving him anything for pain, then what are we doing? So they come to these places so that they can die, because the family don't want them in the house and all this other stuff. But this family was behind this man. Like, every time you turn around, they were there. But I think they just didn't know what was going on. Girl, they was just crying and crying and crying. And I told them, I'm sorry. I mean, all through, that day, I would come in there and try to give them peace and quiet, like, like, I need to do this and do that for your loved one. But I tell people all the time, it really don't hit and set in until that last breath. That's it, was you really ready and prepared for this person? But so I'm looking at that, but I'm still looking at Breasia. This man shot this girl in the front, and they asked this Brinkley guy that helped tow him out. They asked him, was he acting erratically or different or somebody that just did a crime? You know what he said? He said no. He was very respectful. He was calm. He was collective. This man, that tells me that he got the juice. You know what I mean? That evil spirit that's on him, that they need to lock him up for good, because he would go out and repeat and do somebody else's kid. This is not his first rodeo. Yeah. When he's sitting there and he's not even putting his head down in remorse, he's not a tear come out. He's not holding his head like, oh my God, I did this or whatever. I mean, he's convinced in his heart, you know. It's like he liked looking at this girl's skull and how that bullet went through her skull. This man does not need to see the light of day ever. He got that juice that I guess that says if this judge do not put him in prison, I promise you somebody's going to take him out on the street. I guarantee it. You can't let him live. No. I would not want to live nowhere near this man. Nowhere. And I know everybody got rights, but they have proved and showed, even though that the evidence is not that, like hard and stone, like somebody seen you or whatever. Because I'm just being honest. When DL said he seen it, I wasn't. I couldn't really believe that. I just don't believe. I'm just saying. He's 8. I mean, sometimes you just want to help. You know what I mean? I mean, he could have seen it, but I doubt it. I just do doubt that. But now, I mean, because nothing's adding up. And if you did see it, then this happened way prior than the 3 o'clock. I mean, the girlfriend said that she seen Brianna standing by the car 3:30. The guy Brinkley said between 4 and 4:30, he was stuck in the mud. Okay. We're never gonna know what happened. But a lot of this stuff, when it comes to what this guy said, and now he's passed away, so they can only take what he reported and they recorded. He has no reason in the world to lie about it. It just don't add up now everything else that DL said, where they went, playing games, went to Walmart, got some bleach. I just don't, I can't remember what time it was that he picked up the kid and got the bleach. Went to Walmart. I thought that was like 7 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, that was 7 because remember, Walmart wasn't open. So he must have went back and revisit and tried to clean off the machete. They were trying to make it seem like he used the machete to kill the girl, because they like no blood, no DNA, no nothing. I think he was cleaning off the machete because when he went and stuck her in the woods, he was using the machete to clean out the debris of the grass and the big weeds and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's why he had the machete, and that's why he was cleaning off the machete. It had nothing to do with blood being on the machete. And see, you know, the baby said he seen blood. DL said he seen blood on that machete. So I think he did see the machete, but I don't think he seen blood. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, we're gonna talk about it. Everybody said we'll wait until Monday to have an open. I'll have this fixed. It's yeah, I'm gonna have it fixed tonight because I got to. I can't. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, girl, it's done giving me a headache.
Everybody have a good, blessed weekend and be blessed until we meet again.
All right.
Thanks for sharing.
All right. Thank you for calling in.
Okay,
bye. Bye. All right, you guys. Lisa Calhoun said there was. Okay, I gotta go, you guys. I gotta get off of here. I've got to take care of some business because other people think that their business is very important also, which it is. I'm gonna get off of here and try to fix this. I've got 20 minutes to take care of some business, which I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but we'll do what we gotta do. I'll see you guys Monday at 5 p.m. Central Time. Let me see if I can play a little something. I can see a little something here. Like I said, I can see the side. And we, only thing on the Cody case is they on the motion that they were filing to exercise and speak on why they think that he was able to stand trial. They withdrew that. That's all that was. It wasn't that he's off just because he wasn't in court. They just saying, yeah, he's capable to stand trial. She withdrew her motion. Okay, that's it. That's all that is. And we'll find out. We don't need this person. When people think that they get away from a situation, like that's it. You got news. That's why you can't get all into, like YouTube and Facebook. Because if they're busy, like I'm busy and I can get to something, okay, go get it somewhere else or something. That's what it's all about. But anyway, we will find out by the news why it was withdrawn. You guys don't worry. He's still going to go to court. They didn't withdraw the charges. They just withdrew. The defense withdrew their motion. That's it. All right, you guys.